let's see how many jobs we can get done today. So I've been out and done my 30k run this morning. The plan is to use the lawnmower on the main lawn to get that looking tidy. Get this front garden weeded eventually. I did start it a few weeks back, but it's all come back again, as you can see. We've also got to cut the grass on the lane outside the property from the road up to the top gate out here. So we've got the grass to trim on both the left and the right from there right up to that top gate. I borrowed the blower from work so we can don't have to spend hours sweeping up. We can use the strimmer, we can blow it all back at the top and using the wheelbarrow get it down onto the compost heap. So far out here today, and I've got the wood chipper out, so if we've got time we're going to head down into the paddock, cut all the low branches on the trees down in the paddock, chip them up and chuck them on this garden here after we've weeded it. So out on the drive we have the strimmer, the leaf blower, the lawnmower and the chipper, all out ready to go. That's the strimming bit complete. Look at these pink flowers over here, look. Quite nice, aren't they? See the rows around the front porch is starting to come out with flowers. Hopefully that'll be a good one this year. Anyway, let's go and have a look at this lane. So we've done the strimming. Strimming's all done. I've been down to the main road. Right down to the main road. And up to the top gate. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get the leaf blower fired up, bring it all up into the driveway and then move it from there down onto the compost heap. So let's go and fire up the leaf blower. So with this one we press the prime button a couple times, we push the choke round. Going to put you down there and hopefully one pull, get your foot in there, one pull will pull the fuel through, second pull will get it going. Choke off. And it is quite a warm day today, isn't it? Down the road with the leaf blower. I think what we'll do is we'll blow it all up the drive. Because then that way I can take it into the drive and put it in the wheelbarrow. So here I am with my Ghostbusters pack and my proton gun, and we're going to blast these ghosts up the drive. There we go then. We've trimmed the lane. We've used the leaf blower to bring all the grass up to the centre of the drive, or just outside the drive. You're now in the wheelbarrow. We're going to go up the top, pick up the grass. I'm just wondering what we need to pick up the grass with. See if we pass any tools on the way. And take it down to the composting. And then that's that job done. And then we'll probably cut the grass in the main lawn. Maybe trim around the outside, I don't know. I've got to wash a car today as well. MOT day tomorrow. Finger biting moment. Will it make it through? No advisory please. I know the tyres are going to be changed. I've already booked them to be changed sometime this week. Hopefully they'll just be an advisory and they'll let me take the car away again. Anyway, catch up with you later. Put the grass on now. So here we are, back in the garden. I'm going to tackle the weeding of this area. So there's going to be a lot of picking, wheelbarrow filling, going down to the compost heap today. So I'm going to pick my way through, and anything I think there's a weed, we're going to pull up. And anything that isn't, we'll leave in place. But most of it, I think, needs a little bit of taming, otherwise it's going to grow over. This Sky here, look, watching me carefully as I do the garden. She comes out here when it's nice and sunny, bit of fresh air. You right, Sky? Pretty bird. Pretty bird. Well, that's Sky. She turns me into the parrot. Oh, that's her. Anyway, here we go. Let's work my way amongst all these plants. Pick up all these dead flowers on the floor. We could leave them actually, couldn't we, as a form of mulch? I'll set you over here and you can watch me picking around in the dirt. If I don't drop you on the floor first. Meet George. George is a Mediterranean spur-thigh tortoise. George was bought from a garden centre pet shop. Unfortunately, when George was young, he was kept in a tank at very dry humidity. The substrate was insufficient, it was wooden pellets. His diet consisted of tortoise dried pellet food, ones that are all little funny colours. He didn't have correct UV lighting. It was too warm in there. It was very dry. Therefore, it all resulted in metabolic bone disorder, which is all this pyramid in this lumpy shell you can see on there. You can see now, if you look here, you can see the flat rings around these little rings. Well, that's from when I sort of acquired George. But prior to me owning George, he was a very lumpy little tortoise. He was a lot smaller than the rest of the tortoises. And it was probably because he was quite greedy, actually, and got to the dry pellets first, therefore resulted in poor growth in his shell. George lives a happy life now here. He's on weeds and he's on plantain and dandelions and thistles and all sorts of things. Occasional treat of lettuce and not iceberg lettuce though, mini gems and things like that. George was asleep when I came down here, but here he is. He's quite a happy tortoise now. He enjoys roaming around the garden and finding what he can. And let's put him back to bed. And he'll be ready for tomorrow. So good night, George. See you again in the morning. Put him back in there. Good evening, everyone. We've weeded as much as we can for a minute. Hopefully I've pulled out what are weeds and left behind what aren't weeds. Bumblebee in there, look, in the last of the nectar of the evening. Bit tidier in there now. We also noticed up in the corner of the house today there were some bees going in and out of a hole, which was a bit of a worry because the honeybees that were around the back of the house have gone. So we presume the queen died over the winter, but I noticed activity up there today. So I put the ladder up, and on closer inspection it turned out they were tree bumblebees, which are pretty harmless. They don't cause any damage, they're not aggressive, and they basically die out about mid-August to September time. So I'm going to leave them alone, let them do their thing. They're not bothering us. We've also cut the grass on the lane today, which you saw me doing in an earlier clip, using the leaf blower to blow all the grass up here and collecting the wheelbarrow. It's all looking much tidier now, up and down the lane. Anyway, have a good evening everyone. I'll catch up with you again later in the week. Car's going for an MOT tomorrow, so fingers crossed all goes well. See you all again next time. Cheers. Oh, we'll just say goodbye to Sky. Sky's still in the porch, I'm about to take her in now. There she is. Night night, Sky. See you in the morning. See you all again next time. Cheers. Bye.